Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about how to run a game event. And this could be an event at Gen Con, it could be an event at a local game store or whatever. The first thing you have to do is think about why we are here. Everybody who is there for a reason. And of course you're there to show off your game, to play the game, to be in the game, but you really want to focus on everybody who comes in and figure out what they're there for and make that really a priority.
Sometimes it's difficult to know exactly, because some of my events, certain people would show up and I'm like, oh, this is great, they love games. And then they like meet a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, and then we never see them again. And it's like, oh, they were just single. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're just single, which is fine too. But in that case, you don't have to like oversell the game to them.
Right. And if somebody is bringing their significant other and they are playing too, and you can tell that they're just playing along, then don't drag them through the character creation process. Give them a pre-generated character that's simple to play and say, cool, you're here too, that's great to have you.
Okay, number 2, prepare materials. So this basically just means be prepared in general. Know the rules of the game. Make sure you have the entire game. It's the worst when you open everything and everyone's building whatever they're building and setting up the board, and then you're like, oh, I don't know what happened to the blah 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 deck.
Right.
Now we just put it all back in the box. Or if you're playing at a game store, just kind of make sure everything's there.
Toward that end, it's a good idea to have a dry run before your event to say, okay, I'm setting up on Wednesday for a game on Thursday. So on Wednesday, I set up and say, okay, what's going to happen on the first turn of the game? And then realize, oh, wait a minute, I don't have the ships on the board, or I don't have whatever, so that you're ready just to go.
Cool.
Number 3 is connect with the people. If I'm doing a game and there's a puzzle involved, and all 7 people around the table are actively engaged in this puzzle, I'll let them talk about their puzzle as long as they want. But if 5 of them are engaged in the puzzle and 2 of them are saying, man, when do we get to shoot stuff? I want to blow stuff up. Then I will encourage the group to say, okay, well, let's get moving with the puzzle thing and let's move on. And so you really have to find each person, find where they are, and help them be in the moment that you're creating together.
Yes, I've got some old role-playing games from the early 80s, and some of them let the party split up, which is a problem.
Basically, hey, here I get a chance to hang out with my buddy. Nope.
Okay, number 4, be flexible.
Well, that's talking about when things happen that you don't expect, because that's pretty much all the time.
Dice rolling.
Yeah, dice rolling, whatever. If the enemy ship blows up on phase 1, then you say, okay, we'll run another mission.
Remember when I won Dune on the first turn on my birthday?
I remember that.
You know what we did? We reset and made sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's the idea of being ready for anything, and even the stuff you're not ready for, you can handle it.
Yeah, be ready.
All right, and which also comes along to pacing. I mentioned earlier about a puzzle. You've got a schedule to keep. If you're running an event, especially at a convention, there's a start time and an end time, and people have other things to get to. And it really sucks for the rest of the players if one of the players says, hey guys, sorry, I've got to go, I've got another event to get to. So having your game work on a schedule, having the pacing move along quickly, ensures that you're done when you say you're going to be done. You're moving quickly enough to make it happen, but you're also letting it breathe. You want to give people the time to feel like, yeah, I just celebrated. I just blew up the enemy ship, and I'm happy about that. And that's part of the pacing, because if you're constantly hitting and you're constantly up here all the time, then it drains your energy. You need to have some moments of, whoa, that was scary, and some moments of, yeah, we're dialing it up.
Now, what happens with people who have analysis paralysis, where they're going at a different pace from the rest of the group?
Okay.
It's a daisy chain.
How do you take charge?
You want to talk about being in charge?
Number 6 is you take charge.
So what I would do in a situation like that is, if somebody is making the game lag because they've got too many choices and they're tough time making a choice, then my first step is to say, well, you go ahead and make your own choice in your own time. And my second step is to just drive them right through their choice. So you'll say, do what you want, and then you'll say, it looks like that bad guy over there needs shooting. Why don't you go over there and shoot? I do a lot of games about shooting people, sorry. Or if it's another game where they're trying to conquer a castle or something, then you point out where there's some good strategies that they might take, but really help them to move along, because ultimately, when there's an event going on, you're in charge of it, and you have to make sure that everybody is there engaged in the same thing you're engaged in. Which leads us to our final topic, closure. The game comes to an end, and you want to get to celebrate the people that win, or the people that lose, they get to have their moment of anguish, or what have you. And then you also want to thank the people that helped you with the event, and thank the people that are in charge of the facility. What I want is just that moment of connection, that human connection, to say, look, we did this together.
Why did we come here in the first place?
Yes, we just spent a few hours together.
It's not pure escapism. We're here to interact with human beings in person.
Yes, and so that's for me, that ties it all up together, that we get to say, hey, you did this, and we did it together, and then now we can move on and look forward to having it happen again.
Oh, and I would also add, as part of this closure, have an email list if you're either promoting your own game, or honestly, even if you just meet people at a game store, it's totally fine to, hey, if you want, I can invite you next time we play. Email them and they'll email you back, and you never know what can happen.
Yes. So good luck running your event.
Yep, good luck. One last thing. What do we do about online events?
I would run them, I would use a computer for that.
See you later.